Hey, good morning, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is where you come from. Today, we're talking guitar tone. What does it take to get good guitar tone? It's like the holy grail that guitar players all over the world search for years to find good guitar tone. Is it really that hard? I don't think so. I think it takes a little bit of knowledge of knowing what you're looking for. And today, that's what I hope to show you and teach you. So if you're interested in guitar tone, this video is for you. So let's get right to it. So today, I want to talk about, I had somebody ask me, can they get good guitar tone from just a decent amp and a decent guitar? And I said, absolutely, you can get a great guitar tone from a decent amp and a decent guitar. There's 3 rules with that. And as long as you abide by all the 3 rules, I don't know if you guys ever saw Zombieland. There was rules that you follow in Zombieland. Well, in guitar tone land, there's rules that you follow. And it took me a while to learn this. I learned it the hard way. I actually had to have somebody kind of bitch slap me to show me what bad guitar tone was, because I didn't know. So I figured it out. It was the hard way, though. But anyway, the first rule in buying a decent guitar or a decent amp is you need to first feel the guitar, feel the action of the guitar, make sure the guitar is set up right, and make sure that thing is in tune. If it's not in tune, the tone doesn't matter. It's going to sound like crap. Number 1 rule, got to be in tune. Number 2 rule is it has to be intonated. It has to be set up. Because if your guitar goes sharp or flat as you go up the neck, it's going to sound like crap. Again, we're back in tune thing again. Your guitar has to sound good on its own without an amplifier before it's going to sound good with an amplifier. Rule number 1. Rule number 2 is you want to find an amp that sounds good to you, where when you plug in a guitar, you put everything at half. The tone, the volume, everything straight up and down. If you go and it doesn't sound good, go get another amp. It's that simple. Get an amp that talks to you, that sounds good, that you when you plug it in, it should talk to you. You should get a certain, because if you don't, you got the wrong amp. So go look into your amps, make sure that your guitar is everything it needs to be first, and then when you plug it into an amp, set everything right in the middle and just do that with it. And if it talks to you, then quite likely that's your amp. And now getting tone out of it's going to be super simple, because you're going to just dial certain things back and you're going to dial certain things forward, and that's all using your ear. Is it too muddy with the bass? Turn the bass down just a hair. Does it need more mid? Turn the mid up a hair. Is it missing that bright thing? Turn the bright up a little bit. Then what? You want some more? Turn the volume up on your guitar. Did that give it that thing you're looking for? If that didn't do it, then turn the gain up on the drive channel and start, but don't turn it to 11. You know, the thing that annoys me, and I've seen so many people do it, it just gripes me. Just because the knob goes to 10, don't try and turn it to 10. It doesn't need to go to 10. 99.999. I don't think there's one knob on my pedal board that's at 10. Not one. It doesn't need to be. Matter of fact, I don't even turn my guitar up to 10 in most cases until I really want that overdrive push. Then I turn it up to 10, but then I turn it right back down because the guitar sounds better turned down a little bit, like 6, 7, 5, 6. It's clean. It sounds good. It's going to respond the best when it's turned down a little bit. Unless you're just wanting that really heavy overdrive grind, back that volume knob up a little bit on your guitar. I think you'll be amazed at how much that cleans up the sound. Now you can dirty up the sound through the amp, not through the guitar. So there's my suggestions for amplifiers. Now, if we're going to talk pedal boards are where you're wanting to get a little bit more specific about your sound. You're wanting to dial in your own specific tone. Well, I can't tell you how to dial in your tone, but I can tell you how I dialed in mine, and then you can take it from there. The first thing that you want to do is you want to decide, what effects do you want? Do you want compression where you can sustain really long notes? Do you want a slap back delay? Do you want a tremolo? Do you want a reverb? Do you want, obviously you're probably going to want overdrive. Let me take you through the journey of my pedal board, of what I decided that I wanted. I didn't put reverb on it because my amp has reverb, and I'm okay with that. I don't need 2 reverbs. Okay, but I'm going to also take you through the chain, because I've had people ask me, is it got to be in a specific order, or like, can I just put them all on there? No, it absolutely goes in a specific order. And I'm going to tell you that before you start putting pedals on your pedal board, plan your pedal board out. Decide where your pedals are going to sit, in what order they're going to sit. Make sure how you're going to mount them. Make sure where you're going to run the power wires and where you're going to run the audio cables, the jumper cables. And the reason why is because you don't want the power cables crossing the audio cables. For instance, I ran all my power cables on the bottom of the pedal board with the power supply, and I ran all the audio cables on top of the pedal board so that the power wires didn't cross the audio wires. And then I used wire ties and wire tie clamps to hold everything down, and I glued, screwed, and concreted it where it was solid. My pedal board doesn't go anywhere. I can take this thing with me and chuck it somewhere and the pedals won't come off of it. I literally have these guys bolted down to the pedal board itself, the board. So the best thing I can tell you is, when you're doing a pedal board, take your time, make sure what pedals you're going to get, try them out at the store, watch videos on your pedals. You know, like you may hear a reverb pedal that you're like, oh, I really like this reverb pedal, I think it's cool. Watch several videos of it on YouTube. Go to your music store and try it out. Make sure that that's the pedal you want before you buy it. Otherwise, you're going to have a whole bunch of pedals and a whole bunch of money and stuff that you thought you wanted and you didn't really want. So do your research. Once you do your research and you decide, okay, that's the pedal I'm going to get, then you're going to decide, how big of a pedal board do I need to fit however many pedals I'm going to put. I put 10 pedals on my board, and as you can see, I did my research. I laid it out. It came out very nice and neat, very tidy. All the wires, even this one, you can see this little wire tie here. That wire is tied down to my overdrive pedal. It is clamped. It's not going anywhere. I don't have wires loose running around anywhere. They're all clamped and tidy and neat. So that's very important. And then you're going to run your tuner first. Remember what I said about tuning. If your guitar's not in tune, you're going to have a crappy tone. Always tune first. That also shuts off your pedal board, so when you're on stage, you don't have dang, 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 dang going where people don't want to hear you tune. So turn on your tuner. All of a sudden, now you got no sound. Okay? And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to put on probably your compression. Your clean, what I call your clean EQ. Okay? Oh, that's lovely. Isn't that lovely? Okay. Then you're going to put on your wah-wah if you want a wah-wah, which will be like, okay. That's all still within your clean tone realm. Once you get past your clean tone, which is all right here, now you're into your overdrive, and I use a Wonderland 1 overdrive pedal. And if you're going to do research on pedals, this is the pedal that you want to do your research on. This is the pedal you want to try them out, and you want to watch a million videos until you hear your tone. And I can tell you, I've heard a lot of overdrive pedals, and I was like, oh, I love that pedal. It's great. It sounds great. And when I got it home, it was too scratchy. It was not enough. It wasn't my tone. And it took me a long time until I found the Wonderland 1 pedal. And when I found that pedal, I paid almost $300 for it, which I guess isn't too bad really for a good pedal. And this is a good pedal. One day I'm going to do a review on this pedal alone. Not today. That's a review for another day. But then I also have a secondary overdrive pedal, which is my 808 Tube Screamer, which is a great pedal. It's metal. It's fantastic. But it's just a boost pedal, really. I don't have, if you notice, I don't have the knobs turned up to 11. Okay, they're down. That's on what, 2.5, 3, maybe. Same thing with this one, and this one's gonna be half, which is tone, which is half. Remember what I said? Set everything to half, and then adjust it accordingly. Okay, so I've got my 2 overdrive pedals now. So I have my overdrive. Sounds great, right? Now I've got my boost. Now I've got my secondary boost when I really want to. Now I want to EQ it again. And then maybe I want to put some slap back delay on it. I love delay when I'm playing lead, but see, what I have a compressor for is for that very thing when I'm wanting to go. I want that really long sustaining note. Then I turn on my compressor. But see, on that same token, if you hear that noise, that's my last pedal, is my noise reduction. It cuts the sound down from the overdrive and the compressors and all the buzz and hum from EF frequencies getting picked up. That's what that pedal does. You hear the difference? Okay, so that's it in a nutshell, really, guys. I mean, here's what I can tell you. Tune your guitar first. Make sure your guitar is in tune. If your guitar is not in tune, it will sound like crap. I don't care what pedal you put it on. If you're going to use an amp, use a decent amp. Use an amp that you like, that sounds good to you, that gives you the tone you want. You set your tone by starting in the middle, and you adjust left or right a little bit. Don't just turn the knob to 10. Bad. Very bad. I know, so Spinal Tap, but, like, what are you going to do? That's just funny. But anyway, if you're going to get a pedal board, I'm going to tell you, you don't need to spend a lot of money on pedals. Like this delay pedal was $20, $30. This EQ, I think, was like $50, $60. These two pedals were like 20 each. I think this pedal I might have spent $100 on. This pedal a friend gave to me. This pedal was like $20. I think these were about $60. I think that was about $60, and I spent $300 on this one, which is my overdrive pedal. Now, I don't know if you guys could see that. What I'm saying is 90% of your pedals, your overdrive is where you're going to want to spend your money. The other pedals, you don't need to go buy really $300, $500 pedals. You just don't need to. Buy a decent pedal that sounds good for you, what you like, watch some videos about it, and enjoy it. And from there, set everything to 0 and start working your way from there. Start with your clean tones, then go to your overdrives, then go to your modulation, your flangers, your thing like that. Always set an EQ at the end of your clean tone and set an EQ at the end of your overdrive tone, and I think you'll find that you get excellent tone every single time. I hope this really helped you guys, and if it didn't, then, well, I don't know what else to tell you. But I think it will. If you follow what I said, I think you guys will find it works really good for you. Shoot me a comment if you've got any super tips on tone, guitar tone, what you do. Tell me what you've got. I'd love to hear about it. I always love talking guitar. Man, I'm a gear whore, so, you know, like if you guys saw the rest of my studio, how much crap I got, it's ridiculous. So if you're a gear whore, or if you have a special way of getting your tone and you have some special tone, shoot me a comment. I'd love to hear it. Anyway, guys, I'm going to let you go. Peace out. Hope you have a great weekend. We'll talk to you next time. Peace.